Candace Hixenbaugh, aka Jane the Rock Dawson. I'm just coming at you. I love roller derby. I've been a spectator for the past 5 years, and as of the past year, I just went through the fresh meat course. A little history about roller derby. It was started in Chicago, Illinois, um, 1935 by Leo Seltzer, and it's been around ever since. Who would have known? There's actually junior leagues around for roller derby, ages like 6 to 18. Here locally around the Morgantown area, the closest is actually in Pittsburgh by the Steel City Beamers. It's a non-contact sport when you're that young, so they basically just learn the rules and what the positions are and how to be a better skater. WIFTA, Women's Flat Track Division. So there's two types of roller derby. One's flat track, one's with the angled track. We do flat track around here. It's a women's league. WIFTA gives you the basics of the game, and I have also included the website here if anyone would like to check it out a little further. There are three basic positions in roller derby. There's a jammer, pivot, and three blockers. Takes 5 girls from each team to start about. The jammer is the one with the star on the helmet. A pivot is the one with a line on the helmet, and the others are blockers. Rules of the game, scoring. In order to score, the two jammers must go around and get through the pack once. Upon their second turn around the pack, each opposing player's hips that they pass will gain them points. That's up to 5 points per jam. There are NSOs and there are referees. NSOs are simply non-skating officials. Safety, you have to have a helmet, mouth guard, elbow pads, wrist braces, and knee pads to safely perform roller derby. I also threw in booty pads because when you hit pretty hard, it's a nice cushion to have on you, and shin guards so no one kicks you in the shins. Basic skates are made up of a boot. There are 4 wheels. Inside the wheels are 4 bearings. You have a plate and trucks that are used to hold your toe stop and your wheels onto your boot. And toe guards are also an optional, so to protect your boot, and of course laces. Fresh meat. Awesome. So beginners must go through kind of like a basic training. In that basic training, you'll learn how to skate properly, weave properly, balance properly, do jumps. And unfortunately, the worst part of it's 27 and 5. You have to be able to skate 27 laps in 5 minutes. There's also a practical test that you have to take regarding the rules. Practice is generally 2 days a week. Can be about 2 hours each time. We learn how to block. We practice jamming. We do a lot of toe stop work. Plow stops are necessary in every single practice. We're always in derby stance and running the formation, as you'll see in the picture here. Cross trainings is super important to roller derby. You do a lot of core, legs, a lot of stability. You got to learn how to food prep, eat properly. Hydration is so important. Anytime you want to look up this kind of information, Pinterest has been my go-to. Game days are awesome. So it takes like 16 people that are not playing derby to have a game. Those include your NSOs and your 4 officials. You have to have people that are running the vending. who are working the door. It's made up of two 15-minute halves with at least a 5-minute intermission. Track setup. So before the game starts, you have to tape off your boundaries on the outside and the inside of the track. Around the inside of the track, there's also ropes so that the skaters know when they go out of bounds. There are jammer lines and a pivot line, and as you can see, the four corners. Every time we have a game, we also have to tear down our track because the venues that we use here in Morgantown also are for other people to use for other things. So we have to pull up all the tape, wrap up all the rope, tear down all the concessions, tear down the ticket stands, all vending, and make sure that the back rooms are clean. Fundraising and volunteer work is actually a huge part of roller derby. Here in Morgantown, we do some bingo. Of course, we have our game day ticket sales. We do a lot of vending, hoodies, t-shirts, stickers, koozies, you name it, we're probably selling it. There's also actually an people can opt in to donating money every time that they purchase something from Amazon so that we get a little back that way. We've done a few GoFundMe from Facebook, and we also do a lot of volunteer work through WVU. There are two teams. The A team is the Morgantown Roller Vixens, and I've included their logo here. They started in 2010. We have an affiliation with WVU, so there won't be any drinking, no cursing. It's very family friendly. Our last spring game is actually going to be on June 9th. You guys should check it out if you're in Morgantown. Morgantown Foxfires, our B team, I think it started somewhere between 2002-14. Don't hold me to that too tight. Also affiliated with WVU. It's basically for those people like me who have just completed fresh meat to be able to practice in real game setting before going to the A team. Our home venues are held typically at Milan Park and Bow Park Ice Arena. Right now, we're at the Bow Park Ice Arena, which is actually really nice. They put down a special flooring and we tape down the track. I really prefer it compared to the concrete floors at Milan. Social media actually also plays a big role in roller derby. Every team has a page typically on Facebook. There are other things that you can follow, such as iDerby, mental health and roller derby, skate addictions, like one of my things. So it's not just for roller derby, it's also for people who just love to skate, and roller derby recyclables, where people sell their used equipment. And finally, the best part about roller derby is the sisterhood. It's not just your sisterhood on your team, it's a nationwide thing. If I go on vacation in Texas, I can find the local roller derby team and I can actually practice with them. We hang out with each other after every single bout. It is the most empowering thing that I feel like a female can do. Thank you.